Alright guys, this is gonna be my first ever edition of a horror movie review, or a horror movie review. Um, this was requested by one YouTuber. His link will be in the description box. Okay, his name is 251 Mario. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me as well. Alright, now there's gonna be a movie review on Paramount Pictures' own Friday the 13th Part 2. Alright, now if you guys haven't seen Friday the 13th Part 2, or you haven't seen any of Friday the 13th, it's basically a story about a boy who drowned at the age of 11 by other campers, alright? Years later, he comes back to life and haunts these campers who come back to this camp, known as Camp Crystal Lake. Haunted. In the first movie, it starts out with his mother. The mother gets killed by one of the mother's victims. So which leads to part two. Now, part two starts off with. By the way, before I just talk about it, the cover itself is pretty cool. You got this figure of a person with an axe and a little blood dripping off of it. And from the back, you can see a couple of pictures from the movie. I don't know if you can see clearly, but that's basically it. So the movie starts off with the scene where the girl beheads Jason's mother. Jason is the killer, yep. After that, she's safely home. She's alone. Her parents are out, so she's basically alone at home, just doing whatever the heck stupid people do. Then what happened is she gets murdered. Yes, she gets murdered, and then the story goes on with these new campers. Alright, yay, new people who can die. There are a bunch of teenagers going to camp. There's one handicapped person, I believe. Yeah, keep an eye on him. So what happens is, they get into Camp Crystal Lake, sorry about that, or AKA Camp Blood. So they go there, they do whatever they do best, have sex, just do camping. And then, then what happens? One by one, they all get slaughtered by Jason himself, alright? Now, the killing scenes of the movie were pretty, well, how can I say it? Good? I don't know. But the killing scenes were pretty sick. There were a lot of killing scenes. The one that really terrified me, well, didn't terrify me, but the one that got me off my seat and got me glued to my seat while watching the movie was when Jason out of nowhere throws a machete on the guy who was sitting on the wheelchair. The guy's machete is like on his face, and he was on the wheelchair right next to the stairs. Out of nowhere, he just falls all the way back down. That was probably the best killing scene in the movie. Just really not horrifying, but really violent, you could say. He falls off this big staircase, and he dies. So yeah. Basically, in the movie, as you know, Jason is famous for wearing a hockey mask. However, in the movie, he's wearing this bag, or whatever you want to say, and he only has like one hole on the bag, which you can see his eye from. And he's wearing this farmer's suit, which is pretty, I don't know, what can I say? But, the killing scenes were really good from him. Obviously, the movie was only a couple of minutes long, but this movie was made from 1981, so obviously they're not going to have that many special effects that they have these days, like when they make movies like the remakes and everything like that. But anyways, part two was not that bad. The ending turns out that one guy survives. They're trying to escape from Jason, and they get into this log cabin, or whatever you want to say, and she's trapped in the room. Jason's outside. Now she sees a bunch of candles and Jason's mother's head. Yeah, the same Jason's mom who got beheaded by the girl from part one. You can see the picture right here. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but there's a picture of the head, and like right over here, the picture of the head and the candles around it. So what she does is that underneath the head you can see a sweater. That's what Jason's mom used to wear. So she decides to wear it and try to trick Jason. That way she can escape or try to kill him or whatever. So apparently the plan doesn't turn out because Jason's not a 2-year-old. Obviously he sees his mother's head, then he tries to kill her. Then they get into this fight, and in the end, Jason dies. Well, sort of. And afterwards, they show the ending where she was lying on the bed beside a window, and then, someone knocks at the door, or something creaks at the door, and the guy goes towards the door, tries to see what's there. He opens the door. Now, it's supposed to be Jason, but no, it's just a little puppy. However, from the back, Jason crashes through the window and grabs her. Kind of like the same ending that we saw from part 1, where the girl was on the boat, and Jason just came out of the scene, just grabbed her and just took her down, which was kind of like her dream. But no, it ends up as her nightmare. She was just lying down on the hospital, on the stretcher, where they were taking her in the ambulance, and that's basically the ending. So basically the movie itself wasn't that bad. Wasn't my favorite Friday the 13th movie? Absolutely not. It was a pretty good beginning. The reason why he got the hockey mask in part 3 was because in part 2 they try to remove the bag or the rag or whatever you want to call it. They remove and they see his ugly looking face. But you get to see his face in the movie, which is pretty creepy. He looks retarded, by the way. Really, really retarded. So yeah, that's Friday the 13th part 2. There's nothing really special about it. It's just a normal movie, kind of the same as part 1, except Jason's in the movie. Is there anything else I would like to say? Not really. This movie was just a mediocre at best movie. I'll rate it around 3 stars out of 5. What do you think about it? Alright, that's basically my movie review on Friday the 13th part 2. Do I recommend it? Well, if you're a Friday the 13th fan like me, go ahead, knock yourself out. Get to learn a lot of information about this movie. So yeah, that's all for now, guys. Alright, now subscribe to 251 Mario. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my wrestling channel. All the links will be in the description box. And I'll be reviewing part 3 of Friday the 13th tomorrow. But this is part 2, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all for now. Peace.